what are you looking forward to this summer with wrestling? Because summer just started for like my kids, and well, Croven's been off, right? But like Danny and Lennon just got out Friday, and
Mhm.
I've been thinking about like summertime with them because both are a little older, and like my hope is to kind of start doing a little bit more like you, where I get to go travel more with Jonathan when he
Mhm.
wrestles, so we can bring the girls.
Mhm.
And I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunities for travel. What are you excited about? Is like there anything big coming up this summer that you know of yet that you can talk about, I should say?
Right. Yeah. I know actually it's going to be this month coming up, or actually no, this month we're in June. Hello. He's going back to Ohio.
Very cool.
So right now we're trying to kind of figure out if we want to road trip it
Nice.
or if he just gets on a plane and then comes back, so then we really don't miss that much time with him and he's just
Mm-hmm.
back home. That kind of goes along with like the, burnout and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like it would be really, it's always fun when we're road tripping, but we're really just driving.
Yep.
So I mean, and driving and talking, but we are spending time together. But if he flies, then it's almost like you get more time with him if we're not there, and he just does what he needs to do
Mm-hmm.
and comes back. Because I think he's going to try to do almost like same day type of thing
Oh yeah.
instead of staying if he needs to or whatever. So we're kind of, so that could be a possible family trip, but we haven't really decided yet. And plane tickets are the same for the
Not cheap.
kids
Yeah, I
as they
know.
are for an adult, and I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you realize that with
Oh
two
yeah.
girls.
Oh my god. It's so pricey. I will say though, like it's funny you mentioned that with like, we could do it together, or it might just actually be more time together if you just go do what you need to do.
Hmm.
It's funny you say that because that's something we started doing like when Jonathan started like flying more again for wrestling. I was like, we're not doing road trips because like it ended up being less time with him because like
Hmm.
obviously I'm sure Kai's the same, but like Jonathan needs to like stay in his own head for a minute before shows, like thinking. I feel like he probably has better shows sometimes when they're those like weekend stints and he can just fly in and fly out. And he did the same thing like a lot in the last year when he would fly. He would literally do like he'd fly in Friday night, do the show on Friday night, literally have someone drop him off at the airport to fly out Saturday morning
Yeah.
and never even pay for a hotel, which is great because
Hmm.
coming home with payday or at
Yeah.
least more of your payday, that's a really smart way to do it. And I think it also helps prevent burnout for us because I think that's one thing like I think probably my family, if they had questions about this, would be like, how am I not burning out? Because obviously, we've talked about how our guys are their personalities are a lot, and wrestling encompasses so much. And then obviously, our kids too. Like, I think, like for you, maybe that's what your way of personally not burning out with wrestling is you go do what you need to do, but I can't add in this extra stress of our kids and a trip and planning the trip because let's be real, we do that stuff because we're the moms and they're just worrying about their wrestling and driving. Not saying neither of them is helpful. They're both great dads, but and spouses, but like it's still like a different level of
Yeah,
load
the
on the
moms are packing
moms.
the bags
Yeah,
and
we're
making
playing with
sure.
them, we're talking to them, and the guys can focus on the driving and the like, I got to focus on my wrestling. Okay, well, I also think like I don't know if I'd want my whole family on a trip every time, but also it's a different type of trip because it's not business. Like it's the road trip isn't the whole
Yeah.
work.
That actually made me start to think of something else too that that Kai and I talk about sometimes is like the fact that I do go to the shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I tell him, like I think when I first started going to the shows, because he like really wanted and still does
Yeah.
wants us at like every show.
That's cool.
Like
Yeah.
that's his thing. He wants us there. He wants us to be a part of it. He wants us to be in the back. He wants
Yeah.
us to meet everyone. He wants to, when he comes out, see us, and he wants us to be a part of it. And at the very beginning, I was like, I'm gonna look like the crazy wife that like doesn't let you go.
I know
Not
what you
like
mean though. Yeah.
like I'm not like the crazy wife that doesn't let her husband go to a show without her and the kids, or like
Yes,
I
because
don't
girls
trust
do
you,
get that
or like whatever.
reputation if you show up every
Right. And
time,
and
people
there are
talk.
definitely people out there that
Oh,
are
there's
like
people
that.
like that. Yeah.
But I was like, when I first started going, it was totally him being like, hey, like I really want you guys there.
That's
And
cool.
then as Croven got older and I started going to the shows and I started meeting people and
Yep.
everything, then it kind of became something that I enjoy doing and I look forward
Yeah.
to. But yeah, I was always at the beginning like, these people are totally going to think that I'm just like this wife that doesn't trust you and I have to be at every show. And he's like, but he was like, no, I don't think anyone ever thinks that. And honestly, I don't think anyone has thought that.
Probably not.
But just as a wife, like, or as a female, that's just something in your head because there are females out there like that.
Oh, yeah.
So
I feel like
I was
I
always scared of that.
I don't know how it was with you and Kai, but like when I first met Jonathan, like no joke, like ring rat conversation came up within a month.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't go to his first show till I think we were together 6 weeks or something before I went to his first show.
Oh, wow.
But I knew all about it. Well, I was like really a psycho about like boundaries with Danny and all this stuff for a long time. So I was like
Oh, okay.
really, I didn't let anyone around her meet her anything. And so when he did meet her, actually, she went to one of like right after meeting him, she went to the first show and it
Oh,
was my first
cool.
show too. And we had
Cool.
to explain to her like this is not real.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna see Daddy being beaten up because I don't remember. No, he won I think that day or he went over, but like you still get beat up. You still look
Mhm.
like you're, and a lot of times are beating the actual shit out of someone.
And that was in California or
No, so we his first show that we went to I think was Indiana.
okay.
And then we drove down there and Danny'd never seen wrestling. I mean, she's seen like videos of Jonathan obviously and she
Mhm.
knows of like WWE wrestling, but like it wasn't a big thing in my family like growing up. Obviously, I grew up abroad and I don't think we just didn't have TV actually, to be honest. So we
Yeah.
couldn't have watched it even if we wanted to, unless somebody sent it to us. Because we had one channel where I grew up in the beginning, and then you had to like once they finally got like actual like cable. I think it was really expensive, but that was like years down the road, so it wasn't
Mhm.
even an option.
Do you want to
But
say
like,
where you live? Because I think it's very interesting.
oh yeah, I'll say. So I was born in Houston, but then I moved to Uganda when I was 7, and then lived in there and then went to boarding school in Kenya when I was 14, but like so East Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then came back here at 18 for college, but so I feel like I'd never like I know my great grandma was a huge wrestling fan, like WWF fan. Like that was what my great grandma Beaker would put on TV. Like I always heard these stories, but then like I don't know if it when they moved to Michigan because like my grandma moved from Arkansas to Michigan with my grandpa, and I don't know if like because she wasn't around my grandma as much, like they just didn't watch it as much. But like my grandma Jessup, who met Jonathan and like couldn't remember anyone she meets, like this was towards the end, her dementia was bad and stuff, and she remembered nobody, but she always remembered him, which I thought was so significant and interesting because she was like, "Oh, the wrestler," and
Yeah.
the wrestler. I'm sure I'm doing Arkansas accents a terrible favor, but
Just a side note,
yeah.
my great grandmother had Alzheimer's too, and I think it is so special
Hmm.
when there are those moments of them remembering and knowing
Yes,
certain people when they don't remember really anything. I think it's really sweet. So
it's so significant. I think it's
yeah,
significant. Like to me, that was significant because I was really close with her to see that with Jonathan. Like almost was a sign in my head too, which sounds weird, but like I don't know. I believe in signs, so
yeah,
100%.
that's exactly what I was thinking when you said that.
Yep.
Honestly,
But yeah, so I guess wrestling, yeah, I didn't really think about it until, and like I knew what it was, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really watch it at all until I met Jonathan. Obviously, that we started watching it together because he wanted to show me himself, but also like show stuff. And then Danny wanted to go, obviously, after she met him. And I'll totally give a shout out to the Midwest because Moxie Molly is one of the coolest female wrestlers out in the Midwest. She's an indie wrestler. I don't know if she is wrestling very much anymore, but she's still in Indiana and still known in Indiana as Moxie
nice.
Molly. Like she's awesome, bright red hair. She was so cool and made like when Danny met her, I think that was the second show. Like that's when Danny fell in love with wrestling outside of just like watching her, you know, daddy wrestle. Like
Yeah,
it was like, oh, this is like fun for more than just like I get to see my dad wrestle. Like this is fun. This
probably
isn't just
seeing
beating
a
people
girl
up.
too.
A girl to yep, it was really cool for her. And then I remember the first show, yeah, we did explain to her before and after, like, this isn't real. It's okay. Like, don't be scared. And she actually did get to go meet like wrestlers afterwards
Hmm.
because that was her first show. And like, Jonathan was like, meet Danny, yada, yada.
Oh,
And it was cool. Yeah. I forgot about that actually because he actually talked to me about that earlier today about remember her first show. And I was like, no, I totally forgot.
well, that it's crazy because when you were saying about like having to explain, like it's okay. This is
Hmm.
practice or pretend or whatever.
Yep.
So Proven was 4 months whenever Kai first started,
Oh,
and
yeah. Interesting
so
difference.
yeah, so
Yep.
he would like kind of watch him, and like it's funny because when he was that young, he would watch intently. I
Interesting.
guess trying to just figure out like what's happening, what's going on, and because he didn't know what wrestling was, and well, obviously we watched it on TV, but I mean, being 4 months, like he still had
Yeah,
no
you don't
idea.
really know
But
what's
then
going
seeing
on.
your dad like doing it, he was just like during the trainings and stuff, he was just really really intense, like looking at it. I think I have some pictures of that too. It's really funny. But then he started going to the shows and stuff, and the older he got, he started watching more, and then he started wrestling his little toys and started actually getting
Yeah.
into the wrestling. And then, and he was so okay with it and so for it. And we always would hang out in the back and stuff. So it's like, okay, this guy's like your buddy here.
Yep.
And then sometimes, I guess we're kind of breaking the wall here, but,
Eh.
and then sometimes you got to fight your buddy in the ring, you know?
Yeah.
And so he was able to see that dynamic in the beginning of
That's really
like,
cool.
okay, I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
But then it was so odd to me because about, actually, no, like I can remember a specific time, like in January of this year,
Oh, wow. Recent.
he would, and he knows all about wrestling. He knows now, he watches it all the time. He wrestles himself all the time, wrestles with,
Yeah.
Kai, and he's around everyone who wrestles. Like he knows what it is, and he knows his dad is, for the most part, like you said, safe.
Yeah.
But in January, like he starts to cry sometimes, or
Oh,
he started to
buddy.
cry whenever, actually, shout out our buddy Sean Scott.
Oh, we love Sean.
Had to, it was one of the things where like, the Kai is like looking to the crowd and doesn't know someone's about to come and get
Mm-hmm.
him, and it was him. And so when he turned around and got him on the ground, and then he ended up pinning him, and Kai ended up losing, and Croven just broke down
Oh,
crying.
buddy.
And then Sean caught on to it too whenever he did it, because he just went to crying. And I'm just like, okay, like you've been through all this, all this. Like, why
Yeah.
did that all of a sudden just come up? I don't think he was 5 yet, but still 4, almost 5. But it was just weird to me that, but every show now I make
Yeah.
sure that I explain. And I think that was maybe one other time he cried again after that. And I was like, is this something that's going to start happening now? Like what's going on here?
Hmm.
But since then, there hasn't really been anything
Yeah.
that he's done that to. So I don't know. It's just weird. Like having the kids, like you think they understand so much, and they do. And then there's moments like that where it's like,
Yeah.
wait, why are you so heartbroken?
He's got such a sweet soul.
Yeah, and he feels so much for others.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's just certain times, and it's his dad. He wants his
Yeah.
dad to always win. He doesn't want his
Yeah.
dad to like get beat up by
No,
somebody. And
never.
yeah, so
That
I don't
actually
know.
makes me curious now because, like, Danny, she saw it first time. She was, I think, 7, 6 or 7, 6. I'm sorry, I can't remember. I'm so bad with ages. Oh my god. Um, but like Lennon, yeah, she's grown up in it, but we haven't gone to very many shows since she's been older. So like, I'm actually thinking to myself now, I wonder what it's gonna be like when I take her, like when we go this summer to go to a show or two. Am I gonna have that with her? I'm
Hopefully
like, oh
not.
no. Like, cause no, cause she's very sensitive too, but also she's also a bit of a lunatic sometimes where I don't know if she's like the crazy person who, because she loves Jonathan so much, she would like scream at the person and charge the ring and get in and try to hurt the person. Like, she's crazy. I could actually see Lennon because she's so obsessed with Jonathan. Like, she calls every single toy she has is named Jonathan. It's
She's
weird.
always been like that since I've known her too, I think.
Oh, she just, and I, maybe it's not weird. It's just she loves her
She loves
daddy.
her
She is
daddy.
such
She's
a
a daddy's
daddy's girl
girl. Yeah.
that I feel like she would totally be like, I'm not going to cry. I'm going to come in there and beat someone up who's
Yeah.
hurting my daddy.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
could
her
see
fire
that.
red hair and she'd just be in there. I don't know, but it could go either way because like this age too with them is such a change with their like emotions. Like 4 to 5 to 6 is like them realizing what's actually going on, and you're a separate person from your parent too. I don't
Mhm.
know. It could be that.
Yeah.
That makes me
I'd be
really
interested to
curious.
know now, like next time you take them to a
Yeah.
show, how it goes and what happens.
Keep you guys posted. Keep all you great followers posted too.
That's
Pray for me. Actually, don't pray for patience because then I'll get a challenge to be patient.
right. That's how that
No.
works. I didn't ask you. Do you have
Mm.
anything that you're excited for this summer
Ooh.
that you can talk about?
Yeah, that's the tricky one right now. I am, yeah, because I am excited to actually bring the girls more this summer because like last summer I did not take them anywhere for wrestling shows. Year before I didn't really either. I'm excited to take them actually to some wrestling shows this year, and travel more with Jonathan and see more of the stuff with the girls because like everywhere he shows me like the videos from, I'm like, dude, that's so pretty. Like, I would love to be there right now instead of like chilling at home.
It's
Not
nice
every
to
time, but
it's nice to switch it up a little bit. Just
yeah.
get some new like surroundings, even if it is
Mhm.
just Florida.
That's the thing is, like, that's the one thing I do love about Florida is it's similar in the Midwest, kind of, like, there is a lot really close by. Like, a lot of the little towns where people wrestle are all pretty, like, close by, honestly. I mean, some are not actually, because if you're going to, like, Miami and up north or whatever, but, like, in the central part of Florida, there's quite a lot of wrestling. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, another thing I'm super excited about this summer is it's sort of like started when Jonathan started his new character. So I'm just excited to see it grow because it's so fascinating. And I've been like watching for so many years as he's like changed characters, he's been pitched characters, or they've made him into characters. And he rolls with it because that's what you do in promotion. They give you a character like you're going to be this, that's what you roll with, and you can kind of adjust it as you like. But sometimes they want you to just go with a certain type of vision
Yeah.
for that. And then like I've been watching him like mentally battle for like a year and a half actually, like with this thing. And it's like it finally came out recently, and you're seeing little bits of it. You've seen people are starting to as well, and I'm just excited because I just want everybody else to be seeing the character because it's so fascinating. So like I'm excited for him with that because I think it's opening opportunities because of the character's so unique and unusual and fascinating.
Mhm.
So I'm excited to watch him, and I guess that's the biggest part for me within wrestling is the travel, and then seeing him in that element with something that is finally like this
Brand
character.
new.
Yeah, it's brand new and it encompasses him so perfectly that it's like alarming to me,
Mhm.
actually. It's very alarming how interesting this character is to me, and like I can't get enough of it. So
Mhm.
like watching him, and that's probably why I'm actually wanting to go to more shows again is cuz I'm like this character keeps me wanting so much more, which is interesting. And so
So
I want to see that, I
that's
guess, this summer, how it grows more throughout the summer, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. All that tangent was to say I'm waiting to see what this, like, within the next few months, what happens, because I've seen it in the last 2 months, and now it's like,
and
hmm,
like if you're this excited about it, everyone else is going to be. And I
I hope so.
honestly, I'm super excited about it. I heard little pieces of it along the way, like the
Hmm.
behind the scenes with Kai and him talking about certain
Yep.
things, and I was loving the ideas that were shooting around, and then just like you now seeing stuff actually come out and be public
Hmm.
and get to show it for the first time. I'm super excited about it and I love it. I love it so much. I
Thank
think it's
you.
really really cool.
Yeah,
Really
it's been
really cool.
so interesting with
And
the makeup because he's never done like he's done, of course, like maybe gimmick stuff, but not like actual. He's never done a character or a persona or him as any sort of
yeah.
paint. So that's been an interesting experience. Have you ever? Okay, right. I want to know, and we should do a poll of how many wrestling wives shave their husbands' backs. Okay, we're gonna have a poll about that someday because I also want to have a poll about how many wives are buying makeup for their husbands. Jonathan doesn't use nail polish, so I don't have to get that for him, but
Yeah.
makeup he has to use because he's not using just like regular paint because you have to be
Right.
able to sweat. It's like it's almost like you have to get it's literally like clown makeup that
Yeah.
you do use setting spray over and then because it's like athletic and
Yep.
it's not just any old paint.
Right.
And I
You don't
know,
want it to rub off everywhere and
hmm,
then it's kind of pointless at that
yeah. And that's like totally new for him. So it's just interesting to see. Like, I'm like, dude, your makeup costs more than mine. I get
point.
so mad sometimes.